What is up, everybody? What is up? This is the Bad Ombre back again. Sorry about that. If you caught my last video, I had to delete it because I was unprepared, and I thought, my God, I'm just unprepared for this. But right now, yeah, I'm prepared. So let's see here. So Sony and Nintendo have recently given out their sales numbers, and I think an investor meeting, and they give like promising numbers, and they gave out awesome numbers. About how well their sales number, how well the hardware and software are selling, and stuff like that. So let's get into let's just dive into it. So Nintendo. Let's start with Nintendo has sold 19.6 million units approximately in 15 months, and for reference, Sony in 16 months PS4 sold 20.2 million units worldwide, and that's coming from two press conferences, right? Right after, like, I think E3. When did the PS4 release? E3 2014. The PS4 was at least 20 million strong. So in retrospect, it's been one press conference since the Switch sold. So it's almost at 20 million. So that gives you like a brief estimate of like how well this thing is selling and how awesome this thing is selling, and it's just selling like hotcakes and everything. So, um, yeah, just hurrah for Nintendo. They came back from the atrocious Wii U era. They came back from like the bullshit that they tried to do with us. But yeah, it's just awesome. What else? Despite warnings, okay. So so they Nintendo also gave out numbers of their hardware, their first party sales, and it's just amazing. Let me just read off the fact that Nintendo, of all people, is giving out sales numbers is baffling to me. Is because like only only someone who like only like when a publisher feels confident and when they feel like amazed about how where their software is selling, that's when you get start to get numbers, or else they'll just like lie or give some stupid analytic like 20 bags of cheese were eaten in 2013 or something like that. So here we go. Worldwide sales as of the 30th of June 2018 are Super Mario Odyssey 11 million, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe 10 million, Breath of the Wild 9.32 million, Splatoon 6.66 million, which is oh god. Switch 2.45 million, Arms 2.1 million, Kirby almost 2 million, Xenoblade 2 1.4 million, which is amazing. Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze 1.4 million, Mario Tennis Ace 1.3 million. So Nintendo's killing it with their first party. They're dropping bangers. They're doing good. I yeah. I'm speechless. I own a Nintendo Switch, and like the games are on them are awesome and just amazing. Their first parties banging and stuff like that. So yeah, congrats Nintendo for we're basically just giving out like their analytics and being confident with their sales numbers. So yeah, bravo. Um, okay, so let's talk about PlayStation. So PlayStation announced that 82 million, uh, 82 million plus PS4s have sold. So So, and they're giving estimates that at least 9.6 million PS4s will be sold by March 2019, which is an amazing number. That's almost like the PS2 sold at least 153 million, and the PS3 sold 83 million. So by this time next year, the PS4 will outsell its predecessor, which is the PS3, which is an amazing comeback by Sony. Like like these console manufacturers, like the people that the PS3 almost flopped and the Wii U definitely flopped, but the console makers saw this as a way to learn, as a way to grow, and they took what they learned from the previous generation and just came out guns blazing. They're selling like game busters. Nintendo and Sony are back in the market. They're back and better than ever. And let's let's talk about Microsoft. So Microsoft has not released sales numbers as of as of like 2013, and we can only estimate what their like overall sales numbers are and like how they're doing in the gaming space. But they are quick to give like 4 million unique users was on Sea of Thieves, or like 2 million users are in State of Decay, and like it's just really stupid. It's just really dumb. It's oh my god, like it's just repeating everything ever. Like they're so focused on Game Pass, which is a great deal, by the way. They're so focused on subscriptions and stuff like that. They're focused on streaming, and I kind of get it because Nintendo is kicking in. They're kicking in their teeth. Sony is kicking in their teeth. Microsoft has to see a way in which they can survive in this highly competitive console market. So they're going to need at least they need something to keep afloat, which is the streaming service they're going to try to pull the casuals towards. But no, I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's gonna basically be a flop. Most people don't have the bandwidth to stream those games because the ISPs or the ISP, people don't have good ISPs, or people can't afford good stable internet connections still because it's America, you know. But like it's just really stupid what they're doing. But enough about that. Let's talk about positive things. Like can can you imagine that a publisher like Nintendo, a console without no features, no console like messaging system, no multiplayer, they only have a storefront. They don't have any like streaming services other than Hulu. Is doing as well as they are. It just reinforces the idea that people buy consoles for the games. They don't buy them for the features. Like the amount of people that like on Twitter that damage control like anything from Sony, anything from like anything like from like single player exclusives, they damage control and they rather have features in games is lying. They're lying out their ass. They're damage controlling for the sake of damage controlling for their favorite plastic, which is amazing. That the level of logic behind that, the mentality that you need to have in order to damage control for $1 billion company is just oh god. But yeah, it is what it is. What other things happen? Yeah, like oh yeah, the single player games like Zelda doing almost 10 million, which is amazing for a single player online, no multiplayer, a single player game, open world game is amazing. Like wow, an established franchise, even though it's an established franchise, and people only bought the Nintendo Switch solely for Zelda, like, and that proves how powerful IPs are, like competent IPs. Like Nintendo said, like if they just release another Zelda with the same style and like that and a different story, they can easily make another 10 million because their games are so good. Um, Oh my god, just and oh yeah, and God of War is exceeding expectations in terms of sales. A single player a single player exclusive game that can be only sold on one system is selling well. Can you imagine that? Doesn't that baffle your mind that these people are these publishers are taking these risks and they're paying off, while Microsoft is playing it safe and they're giving us BS games like State of Decay and Sea of Thieves. And let's talk about those games. Like State of Decay and Sea of Thieves, the amount of people that are damage controlling those games are just, I don't want to say the R word, retarded. They're just dumb. Like they only support those games just because it's a it has the Microsoft logo. It has the Microsoft publisher. It's a single player game. I mean it's a Microsoft game. And the only reason they like it is because it comes from Microsoft, and that's the only sole reason. And they'll damage control it. They're damage control it to the end of life. So yeah, it's just stupid. Yeah, but I'm just really happy that these single player games are doing good, like Xenoblade, like Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey. Like there's still a market for those games, and they're still, even with despite what Microsoft and EA says, there's still a market for good single player games that tell a good story. And the only reason, like, if you hear a publisher say that, is because they're really bad at making those things, and they rather sell you a multiplayer only online loot box fest like PUBG or Fortnite. The amount of publishers that are chasing Fortnite right now, like Microsoft wishes it could have a game like Fortnite. That's why they try to invest in PUBG, but they basically, like, any deal with like Microsoft is such a bad deal. Like PUBG could have been like this. It could have been Fortnite. PUBG could have been Fortnite, but since they took the devil's money with Microsoft, they're reaping. You reap what you sow, and they could have had the install base of the PS4, and they could have had the install base at Nintendo, but it's whatever, right? What else? What else is there? No, yeah, those are just the rough sales numbers. Sony's killing it. Nintendo's killing it. Microsoft is mute because they're doing so bad. On we can't confirm how well Microsoft is doing because th- they have like a superiority complex that everything they do is awesome and then everything they do is good. But I guess that's just PR 101. Just spin it, and make yourselves look good. Yeah, just thank you for dropping by.